In the heart of a small village lived the Adeoye sisters. People said they were like sugar and kerosene, sweet together, but dangerous if you mix them wrong. Ronki the elder was quiet and thoughtful. Dolapo the younger was a fiery spirit with a laugh that could fill a room. They shared everything, from chores to a single pair of sandals. Their mother's words echoed in their hearts. If you stand together, the world cannot scatter you. But love was about to put that bond to the ultimate test. His name was Bayo, a handsome young teacher who arrived from the city. His charm was undeniable, and when he greeted the sisters on the road, both their smiles lingered a little too long. Ronki was drawn to his gentle way of listening. Dolapo was captivated by his infectious laugh. Soon, Bayo became a regular visitor to their home. He'd bring books for the local children or a bag of oranges, always finding a reason to stop by. Their mother saw it coming. "This teacher boy likes one of my daughters," she'd say. "But which one?" The answer came on a quiet afternoon. Bayo was helping Ronki mark school papers when he looked at her and said softly, "You are not like other girls. You see things deeply." He took her hand, and in that moment, a secret love began to bloom. They met under the large mango tree behind the school, their whispered promises hidden by the leaves. Bayo swore he would speak to her parents soon. But secrets, as they often do, found their way into the open. One evening, consumed by suspicion, Dolapo followed her sister. Hidden in the shadows, she watched Ronke and Bayo, their hands intertwined, their laughter soft and intimate. A cold jealousy gripped her heart. The man she'd been dreaming of already belonged to her sister. She said nothing, but her silence became a weapon. Ronke felt the change immediately. Her sister grew distant, her words sharp. "Dolapo, did I offend you?" she asked, her heart aching. Dolapo just smiled, a quick, empty gesture. "Why would you offend me?" she replied, her voice cold. The peace in their home was shattered. Then the unthinkable happened. One Sunday, Bayo arrived, dressed in his finest clothes. Everyone expected a marriage proposal for Ronka. Their mother even cooked a celebratory meal, but Bayo asked to speak with her privately. When they emerged, her mother's face was a mask. "Ronke, go inside," she said flatly. "I need to talk to Dolapo." Ronke was confused and scared, but her mother offered no explanation, only saying, "Some things are better left to God." 2 weeks later, the village was buzzing with news. Bayo was engaged to Dolapo. The gossip spread like wildfire. How could he choose the younger sister? Did Ronke introduce them? Heartbroken, Ronka confronted Bayo, tears streaming down her face. "How could you?" she cried. He couldn't meet her eyes. "It wasn't planned," he mumbled. "Dolapo, she told me you were seeing someone else. I thought you'd moved on." It was a lie, a devastating betrayal that tore through Ronka's world. At home, Dolapo wouldn't even look at her. The house became a cold, silent battlefield. The wedding went on as planned. Dolapo became Mrs. Bayo Adeyemi. Ronke refused to attend, her heart a gaping wound. Months crawled by. Life carried on, but the joy was gone. Then, one stormy night, a frantic banging echoed on Ronka's door. It was Dolapo, soaked by the rain, her body trembling, her face bruised and swollen. "He hits me," she whispered, her voice cracking. "Bayo hits me." Horrified, Ronke pulled her sister inside. "He says I deceived him," Dolapo sobbed, "that I trapped him, that I'm not the one he ever wanted." In that moment, all the betrayal melted away, replaced by a sister's protective instinct. Ronka held her close. "You'll stay here," she promised. Days turned into weeks. Ronke nursed her sister's wounds, both physical and emotional, pushing her own anger deep down. But the past wasn't finished with them. One afternoon, Bayo appeared at their door, looking haggard and consumed by guilt. "Ronke," he said, his voice barely a whisper. "I made a terrible mistake. I should never have married Dolapo. My heart has always been with you." Just then, Dolapo walked into the room. She froze, his words hanging in the air like a death sentence. The air crackled with tension. Dolapo's eyes, once full of tears, now blazed with fire. "So you came here to tell my sister this nonsense?" she spat. The final confrontation had arrived. The two sisters faced each other, years of shared love and bitter pain erupting all at once. "You always wanted what was mine," Ronka said, her voice shaking with a grief she had held back for too long. Even when you knew it would destroy me. Delapo's lips trembled. I just wanted to be seen for once, she cried out. You were always the good one, the one everyone praised. I was so tired of being your shadow. Bio tried to intervene. Please, both of you. But it was too late. Delapo, consumed by a desperate rage, grabbed the kerosene lamp from the table. If love has made me mad, she screamed, then let madness end it. She hurled it to the floor. Flames exploded, instantly devouring the mat and curtains. The room filled with thick black smoke. Panic seized them, but through the chaos, Ronk's love for her sister cut through. Delapo, move! She screamed, pulling her towards the door. She shoved Delapo out into the night air just as the fire roared, engulfing the small house in a blazing inferno. When the neighbors finally managed to break through the flames, only Delapo was outside, coughing, crying, and safe. Ronke never made it out. The fire died with the morning sun, leaving behind only ash and sorrow. Delapo sat on the scorched earth, staring blankly into the distance. An old woman whispered, she burned to save her sister, just like sugar melting in fire. Delapo never remarried. She spent the rest of her life as a teacher in the very school where their tragic story began. Every year, on the anniversary of the fire, she would place flowers under the old mango tree. When anyone asked why she never moved on, she would offer a faint, sad smile. Because some debts can only be paid once, she'd say, with love and with loss. And so, the tale of sugar and kerosene lived on, a haunting reminder that sometimes love doesn't destroy us because it's cruel, but because it burns too bright for a single heart to contain. Thank you for joining us for this story. If you were moved by the tale of the Adioye sisters, please like this video. We'll see you next time.